Today I want to react to the sad and unfortunate death of um, Jason Arday, Dr. Jason Arday, the professor, I think the youngest black professor in Cambridge, former professor of Cambridge, who unfortunately, I'm not quite sure, took his own life some days ago. From an incident, he was embroiled in plagiarism role and other kind of accusations that were leveled against him that led to his resignation from Cambridge and then handed by the far right media and then eventually leading to his demise. I think he was 41 years old and has been survived by two kids, and I think he was separated from his wife. Okay, there's a whole lot of things involved in this. Some people would say, okay, this is unfortunate, but there are facts. People will say, did he plagiarize his work? Did he inflate some of his achievements and all of that? And there will be some people that will talk about race and look at the motive for that. Why was he singled out? Why was he handled it that way? Is it because he's black and all of that? I'll speak to both arguments. So number one, being an academic myself and also being black, I think it gives me some sort of authority a bit to speak on this. As an academic, there is an expectation that expectation of some highest form of integrity. There'll be like academic integrity in terms of your work and how you demonstrate originality, or how when you cite other people's work, how you reference other people that have done stuff. That is a given. But then again, in academics, there's something called peer review. I've reviewed a lot of other people's work, and I've written works where other people review it. So you can ultimately put the blame on the author. There's also the institutions, the Cambridge institutions. There is also the journals. There's also the publishers that are publishing. They also need to show that they can monitor, and then they can also enforce fidelity to academic rigor or academic standard. So if someone submits to use something that is original, it's your responsibility and the peer to say, so did it go through peer review? Was it self-published? People also talked about the PhD at Liverpool John Moore, I think Liverpool John Moore University. Again, this was defended. I'm sure Dr. Arday defended his PhD at the exam. I've examined PhD. I've graduated PhD students. It is, as an experienced academic, it is your responsibility to also look to be able to support all this stuff. So if they, let's say that was the truth, and there was an oversight, so these institutions also needs to take part of the blame. Why are they excused from it? Why was Jason Arday scrutinized to that level and pushed and handled by the media? So let's go to the race then, and say, where did he all start from? He started from another academic, I think Nathan Kofnas, who himself writes on the controversial topic of race, and who has elevates the white race and finds the black race also to be inferior in terms of intelligence. This are tropes. This is like old won-out arguments, old won-out tropes that people use to justify slavery, to justify colonialism, to justify the empires that is set up, and in this day and age for someone to still be using the trope is disgraceful. And Nathan Coughlin's his appointment at Cambridge was terminated, I think 2024 or something. Is rightfully so, because you're corrupting the mind with all of these lies. I don't believe that just being of a particular race makes you intelligent. You have people that have precocious skills, precocious abilities in all kind of races. We've seen people that have done exceptionally well, and they may be black, they might be white, they might be Asian, they might be brown, whatever race. So I don't buy all of that. So, but then again, there's some truth in, and we could just look at in the fact that there is some bias when it comes to black academics, especially in the UK. So in the UK, you look at the academic. The academic needs an overhaul, needs a total overhaul. And look at what is the percentage of black academics. I'm on a black academic. I finished my PhD in the UK, and I've done exceptionally well. But I've not followed the line of academic in the universities. But early on, I did try to apply, and I've seen positions that I believe I'm far suited to, and they'll be given to someone else, and that same person that they've given it to will then come to me to seek guidance and stuff from. I've seen it. We've seen, and I call this bar politics. It's just what happens in economies of how the UK is able to keep some kind of like balance in its structural balance, in the way I see it as this, how you're able to keep different races in different economic category. It's just not to rupture the balance that they think. So you see the far right, most of the far right people I know, they're just people at the periphery. They're not the elites. What the elites do is to capitalize on this anti-migration and use it for the politicizing. But they know the truth. The elites themselves know the truth. So what I'm saying in essence is, you will see when a black person is able to be in a certain circle. That is why it's people say, how did you get here? Because it's like, how did you get it? So for someone to even ask that question itself is mind-boggling. Is revealing of the fact that for you to assume that someone based on a race can do it itself, it's a problem that needs to be dealt with. But let's go back to Arday stuff. There are black students, and I remember when I was doing my PhD and I'd already published, and there was another black student, a girl in the uni at the time, that got in contact with me and saw my work, and she looked at me as if I've achieved. But what it means, it was symbolic to him to say, oh, so there's a black professor, there's a black academic that is doing this stuff, and they gave him hope. So people sometimes want to see someone of that kind doing stuff, and then again, that also reveals the fact that there's not enough people of this particular demographic that is in those places, and it speaks for them. So what again, the way we're celebrating artists, the youngest, is that fine, we need to celebrate, but the way we're celebrating itself reveals that imbalance that we need to deal with. It should be common. So if you're able to get your PhD, which is not an easy task, for you to be able to get to the highest level of academics, you must be exceptional. You must be special. So I think, not speaking for me, when I talk about the DI, diversity, equality, and all of that, I've got my own opinion about it. I believe in meritocracy, but I also believe that if you want to do merit-based appointments, merit-based employment, the opportunities have to be there. You need to not consider race. You need to not consider ethnicity. You need to not consider class. So if all of these metrics, all of these can be equal, if people can have, people of all race or class can have equality, then yeah, I believe in merit. I don't believe you should put someone in a place just simply because you want to achieve some sort of inclusivity or some sort of diversity, all of that. But it is important that in this day and age that we have a wide range of scholars, a wide range of academics from all walks of life, and we should also tighten the institution and the standard that we use to judge and we use to assess our people. So it's unfortunate that Professor Justin has, because he don't went to many other things, many other places about whether he inflated his his CV, whether some of the things he said is done raising charity, whether he actually did this. Now this has gone beyond it, and the British. So let me finish on this now. The British media, it's a powerful tool, but that British media has been weaponized to hound people, and we've seen it with so many people, with the Meghan and Harry. We've seen it with other people. When the British media fixates on you, they will never stop until they push you to do something, to commit suicide, or to just turn you crazy, make you go gaga. So I don't know the obsession with the British media, why they get so much gleeful when it comes to like bringing someone down. So by and large, the Professor Jason Arday's situation reveals one, that our system is faulty. Let's not take that the system is faulty. The system sometimes we raise you up and then crush you. So I think sometimes people, if Cambridge say they don't know all of this stuff, is it true that they don't know, or do they want to just lay down and say, okay, see, we've given you your diversity. See now, it didn't work out, so we go back to usual stuff. So I don't know if that is an angle to look at it from, but all I want to say is we need to create a fair system where everybody's got a chance, and where people, whether black, whether white, whether because there's been some places as well where the white people might feel not disenfranchised. We're not talking about, but where they might feel like they're being disadvantage. You see, first I was reading that's talking about grammar schools, where I know enough white people are getting to grammar schools. I don't know why we make everything about race. I've seen Asian people that get in there. I see how their parents of Asian are so invested in their kids going into all those places and in their social mobility, and people come, you should understand where people like that come from. They come from a place of disadvantage, and then they want to bridge that gap. They want to escape that class, and they do a lot. This subject that kids a lot of training, a lot of tutoring from yet free. Some here for the dealing of this, and that's why it's not necessarily a race thing. Everything is a race thing. So I think we should just create an opportunity for everyone. Every child should have an opportunity. So I don't think that was the right thing to do. I don't think anyone should take their life, or the institutions, especially the British media, should take responsibility for where we are at this point, and for Professor Arday's short life. But anyways, let's leave it at that and hope we can have a lot of awareness and change in our attitude, change in our perception of how race, change in our dated, outlandish, ideas of race, of intelligence. This one are truths that shouldn't even be talked about in this day and age, and create opportunities for black people, because that's going to give hope to other people. Create opportunities for white people, create opportunities for everyone. Just create a level playing field for everyone today. And I think Cambridge should take some responsibility. The media should take some responsibility. And this is just a sad day.